Hey everyone, my name is Nolan and welcome back to another YouTube video. And today's video is going to be a different video because I recently decided to get back one of my old favorite games. It's called Respawnables. I don't know if you guys have played this game, but in my opinion, it is hands down one of the best mobile games ever. And that's saying something because, you know, mobile games have a reputation for being bad and stuff like that, but I don't know if you guys ever played this because not a lot of people have, but this game is just so fun. And unfortunately, as you saw by the title, it's closing. Yes, that's right. One of this, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means that you just can't buy it anymore, or it's free, by the way. I don't know if that means you can't just get it on the App Store, or like if you just won't be able to play the game, or if it'll just not be available on servers. But I don't know. I don't know what to say because I've played this game for so long now. I played this game years ago, and did that guy just? Oh no! I need to kill this dude because he's like the boss of the missions mode, which is basically just against bots and offline. And what did I get there? I got something, but I don't know. Oh, I got an immunity shield. But yeah, it's really sad because, you know, this game, it's so well developed and so much time was put into this, and it's sad that it's closing. But I'm gonna share with you guys why. I'm pretty sure I know why it's closing, and to do that I'm gonna need to give you guys some history. So if you guys don't know about, let me just explain what this game is first really quick. So if you go into the armory, as you guys can see here, this game it's very interesting because you see here there's heads, there's bodies, and there's legs, and basically you can customize your character based on what you want. If you want more primary buffs, you go with the primary advanced sight helmet, or if you want movement speed, you go with the striker headband. And there's just bodies for that too, and there's legs, and there's like weapon buffs, there's player buffs, there's so much here. There's a ton of gadgets you can buy, there's a ton of boosters for XP and cash. Then of course there's bundles, and here's where I think the game took a turn for the worse. Oh, also there's zombies, but I've never played that, so I don't really know anything about it. But yeah, there's bundles here, and you guys can see here you can get sets and weapons together, and this is where I think the game took a bad turn. Alright, so right now what I have equipped is what's called the Zap Gun. It is what was considered at one time to be the top weapon, or the max level weapon you could have. So the max level was 50, and this was the final weapon you could get with cash or whatever. And so this was kind of like, it wasn't the best weapon by far, but it was still like one of those weapons that was like, oh, it was like the famous, you know, really good weapon. And as you guys can see, it's not that good. And for a long period of time, that's how all the weapons were. You know, they were good, but they weren't that good. Here I am using another weapon called the Little Italy. Again, also the sensitivity in this game is really high. So as you guys can see, it's not that good. And I don't know, that's how all the weapons used to be. They used to be they all just used to be mediocre. And the game was balanced. There was no reason to get overpowered weapons because there were no overpowered weapons. And you were just using whatever weapons you thought were fun. But then they added the minigun. Now, this weapon was the epitome of overpowered. It was, you can move fast with it, you could do insane damage, and it shot super fast. Obviously, that guy's at long range, but at close range, this weapon would destroy. And I'm sorry, guys, I have to play this game on my iPad because for some reason it doesn't work on my phone, which is interesting. It just keeps crashing. And also, it's really weird because, like I said, its sensitivity is super high. So if the gameplay sucks, I'm sorry. But as you guys can see, this weapon just mows down people. There's no competition. I'm hardly taking down damage. These are bots, but still, it has a fast-ish reload. And it shoots so fast that the sound couldn't even keep up with it. And it was just overpowered. And so instantly, everyone tried to get this weapon. And the problem was that they introduced new packs and bundles that made getting this weapon easier, and then eventually you could just straight up buy the weapon. And so everyone had overpowered weapons, so the game kept having to introduce new and overpowered weapons to match these weapons. And I'll show you another run really quick. Another very overpowered weapon was the Aristocrat shotgun because it was a one-shot from pretty much anywhere in the map, and it had a insanely fast reload, and there was a lot of shotgun damage increasing packs that you could use with this weapon to just get the best performance ever in the entire game. And this weapon, it would just dominate. And so what this game kept doing is adding more and more overpowered weapons like this that would just shred lobbies. So people just kept spending money, and I'll admit I spent quite a bit of money on this game getting overpowered weapons. And eventually people basically just got sick of it. They just got tired of the game being unbalanced, you know, everyone just instantly dying. The challenges getting harder and harder to do because, you know, all that basically you could do was spend money to get the bundles to get points faster, because everyone was just using these ridiculously overpowered weapons. And by the way, I wouldn't even say that this is the most overpowered weapon in the game. Let's just go through some more overpowered weapons really quick. Another overpowered one is the battle ram, and it was overpowered because it shot quick, it did high damage, and it didn't have any bullet drop off, meaning you could sit across the map and you would do the same amount of damage. It was like a 2 to 3 hit, and its accuracy was uncompetitive, and it was you could buy it for 20 bucks. So I mean you got a pack, of course, but it was another really overpowered weapon. And now there are just so many weapons that are overpowered. There's like this new cat paws, which are like a 2-shot. Alright, I have the cat paws equipped just so I can show you guys. These weapons are like a 2-shot, and it's really hard to aim with them just because the sensitivity is high, but it's a 2-shot for pretty much wherever you are. And it has burning too, so if you don't exactly get the kill right away, you can do some extra damage to finish the players off. And yeah, now everyone just uses these weapons right now and owns lobbies. And I'm assuming you guys can start to see the problem here with what happened with this game. Basically, everyone at some point ended up having overpowered weapons, and when everyone's overpowered, no one's overpowered. You know that famous syndrome quote from, what's it called? I forgot the name of it. Incredibles, where he's like, when everyone's super, no one will be. That's basically what the game turned into. So basically, what it turned into was whoever had the newest bundle to complete the challenges quicker was the new overpowered person. And so everyone just got sick and tired of spending money every update, and eventually people just stopped playing, you know, because the game kind of stopped being super great and players just started quitting, so it got harder and harder to queue up. And I want to even see here if I can get into a multiplayer map, because this weekend I couldn't even get, it took me like 5 minutes for someone else to join and to get even into a map. You guys can see here, like, this weapon, it's overpowered. And look at, here, let me just show you guys. Look at how many weapons they've added. Okay, so look at this. Just look at this. Look at how many weapons there are now. Oh, I stopped. And also, I think that they've just given up with this update, because as you guys can see here, you can't even buy stuff anymore. If I go to buy gold, I can't buy gold. I can't buy cash, or I can't even click on the button. I can't buy anything. I can only watch ads to get gold. And all these overpowered bundles or offers. Where are the bundles? Oh my gosh, I can't think right now. Bundles. Here we go. You can see they're cheap. 49 gold. I bought all these for 3 gold, meaning the game, they just basically given up. They're just giving out these packs, and then all these other ones are 135 gold. So basically, you watch 135 ads, you get a free pack, and yeah, it's that easy. And if you guys come back to this game and you had a ton of gold, you're gonna have a ton of weapons. Okay, so you guys saw how overpowered those weapons I was using were. And now you're gonna see here how worthless they basically are in a multiplayer game. I was actually able to queue in instantly, so I'm assuming that right now people are just active. But yeah, I'm not gonna do nearly as good, because now everyone's gonna be using. And by the way, this game still, like, it looks super laggy and the frames are probably low. That's just because I have to play on my iPad. I'm sorry about that, guys, but it's, yeah, you guys will see. It's just, the game performs perfectly fine on my phone when it loads in. And now all those weapons that you think are good are no longer good. Oh, and then for some reason it does this every so often, because the host of the lobby leaves the game. And so people, they just got frustrated. They just ended up quitting the game because they were tired of all these ridiculously overpowered weapons in the game. And I think that this lobby was full, and did everyone on that team. Oh, I actually got the kill. Wait, I don't even think I got that kill. Maybe I didn't. Oh, hello. Come on, please, let me get the kill. No, oh my gosh. And also on top of that, this game hasn't done a lot of optimizing. In fact, all they've done is add more and more weapons that make the game hard, like laggier and stuff like that. And so now when I go against people like this, oh my gosh, I just lag and I can't play the game. Like that sword. And also this gun that I have, it's supposed to be a one-shot. But then they added weapons and sets and wear equipment that nerfed one-shot weapons that you had to buy, and so it's like now everyone has access to these super defenses, and everything is impossible. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So yes, this game, it's kind of ridiculous now, and it's basically impossible to play, especially on my iPad. Like, look at this. I'm sorry, like, this isn't you guys, it's me. And I wish I could play this game on my phone, but for some reason it just doesn't work. So yeah, there's bugs. People, they didn't bother fixing the bugs. The game, it's just impossible to get kills now, and everyone is overpowered, and that's what happens, okay? When developers get too greedy, they just make the game more and more overpowered. They want people to start buying their stuff, and it makes the game impossible to play. They don't bother adding new maps. They don't bother adding new challenges. There have been the same maps in this game for years now, and yeah, this game just got, it's dead now, and no one plays the game. And so what are they doing? They're having to close it down. But this is what happens when you don't care about your game. The developers really just stopped kind of caring. They didn't add anything new to the game other than weapons that got people to spend money. That's all they really added. There was no new gadget. I mean, there were new gadgets, but only that went with the event to get people to spend money. So it's really unfortunate, because this game was so fun back in the day. And look, oh, you can still hide in the tree. That was like a little secret no one really knew about. But yeah, this game, it was so fun, and it's so sad to know that it's closing down. And if you guys want to go give this game, like, go check it out, I'd recommend it now, because well, actually, I don't recommend it if you're new, because you will not be able to survive multiplayer lobbies. But I recommend it if you have like an old account and you have gold, because now you can't spend any money. You could get everything pretty much for free right now. And yeah, I don't know, it's really cool to come back to a game that you spent hours grinding as a kid, but it's really sad to know that it's shut down. So let this be a message to all game developers out there. Don't get carried away, and don't get caught up in the money, okay? If you have a good game, you have to care for it. You have to listen to your players. Don't keep adding overpowered things that get people to spend money. Continue to develop your game and make it a better place for everyone. Because, you know, this iPad that I'm playing on, it's not an old iPad. It's a newer iPad. And it's hardly playable right now, and I'm not sure why. And so, yeah, I just hope that people will see this video, and they'll know what makes a game good and what clearly kills a game. And you know, it's sad that this game has to close, but I hope that this will be an example to everyone, and people will know what not to do and continue to improve their games. So guys, I'm going to wrap up the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed this weird video idea thing that I don't know why I did, but I did it. So if you guys enjoyed and you weren't absolutely having an epilepsy seizure from the amount of frames that I'm having right now, which is 0, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing for more content like this, because I actually really had a lot of fun making this video. And as always, I'd like to thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.